we got some of these offensive wild cards that could, turn up and be critical factors here for the Crimson Tide week 1 of the season. And we started off with Trey Sanders. Trey Sanders is going to be a big deal here in this ball game, and just his recovery, his rehab has been nothing short of miraculous, if you will. When he sustained the injuries in the car accident in the middle portion of last season, the injuries he had were severe, even to the point where he had a hip issue there. Now, it wasn't on the same level as Tua Tagovailoa's hip issue, but still kind of a serious matter. And people didn't think that he would recover as fast as he did, but Sanders, somebody of whom has bounced back tremendously. He's had an incredible fall camp. He's had 2 really strong scrimmages. All of the things that make him a 5-star running back have returned. When you look at his speed, his burst, his acceleration, his explosiveness, the big play abilities, all of those things back. Alabama is going to throw the ball out the backfield to the running backs quite a bit in this upcoming campaign. And Sanders also gives this Crimson Tide team some shades of Najee Harris when you discuss his ability to catch the ball out the backfield, have those soft, reliable, dependable hands, get up and down the field, that type of deal right there. And when you think about Sanders is a Florida native, right? Coming from IMG Academy, Port St. Joe, Florida. He was highly recruited by Miami, and he did not have a chance to play at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in 2019 against Duke in that season opener due to a foot injury. So now he has another chance to go into MBS and have a breakout game and have a marquee performance and have a star-studded outing against Miami. So keep your eyes there on Trey Sanders. I think it's going to be a good 1-2 punch with B-Rob. Well, that's Trey Sanders. As we move on here to our next guy that's going to be a wild card factor, going to the wide receiver room, we pick up freshman Joe Earl. And the reason why Earl is a wild card, he wins the starting job at kickoff returner or punt returner. Alabama is going to drop the depth chart on Monday, as next week will be game week for the Crimson Tide, so keep your eyes on that. But if Earl wins the starting kickoff return or punt return job, Miami is going to have to kick to him. And this is going to be really exciting because I've said this quite the amount of times. Earl, to me, is Jalen Waddle 2.0 in terms of his acceleration, his burst, his quick twitch ability, his speed, agility, change of direction, vision. He can do a lot of those similar things in the kickoff return, punt return aspect that Waddle was able to do. So if Earl comes up number 1 on the depth chart in the punt return aspect or the kick return aspect, this is going to be fun here when you talk about Alabama creating points, Alabama creating those opportunities there on special teams. So watch Earl, number 10, as a potential, wild card factor. As we move on here to our next guy, we're going to pick up J.C. Latham on the offensive line. Now, as a freshman, this young man has been getting reps here, first-team reps at the right tackle position. Kendall Randolph, coming off a minorly sprained ankle, hasn't been able to practice as much, so J.C. Latham has gotten a lot of the opportunities. The young man at 6'6", 325 pounds, coming also via the way of IMG Academy. And in the practice videos that we've been able to see, he's been kind of running with that first group. So keep your eyes there on Latham. Big chance he potentially could start there at that right tackle position. And we have seen freshmen start at offensive tackle in the past for Alabama. When you discuss guys like Andre Smith, Jonah Williams, you look at guys like Alex Leatherwood, those just different guys that we've seen, get those starting opportunities. Cam Robinson also. I think Cyrus Quanjo fits that bill as well. So we've seen in years past quite the number of talents there as true freshmen, big guys getting an opportunity to start on the offensive line as true freshmen. So keep your eyes there on Latham. Moving on here to the next wild card here for the Crimson Tide. That would be Slade Bolden. And the reason why we're putting Slade right here is I think Miami is going to be so focused on stopping John Mechie, stopping Jameson Williams, stopping kind of other guys that Slade's going to be able to create within the holes of the zone, make big catches, make some plays, convert first downs. He has gotten faster in terms of his speed, so maybe he can break one of the house for a touchdown or two. And going back to last season, Slade Bolden made plays when Alabama needed him to, whether it was against Tennessee when Jalen Waddle went down, whether it was against Arkansas or Florida in the SEC championship game, or Notre Dame, Ohio State in the college football playoff. When you needed 18, when you needed Bolden to step up, the young man stepped up. So with eyes focused on other guys in that Hurricane secondary, keep your eyes there on Slade Bolden. Could break free, could wiggle his way through, get some big plays there in the zone or in the holes there of a defense. And last but not least here, wild card for Alabama offensively. Give me Cameron Latham at tight end. This is a young man that was buzzing throughout the spring at 6'5", 250 pounds. Caught the touchdown pass from Bryce Young, the 59-yard score in the spring game. Buzzed all summer, buzzed all fall camp, making catch after catch, scoring touchdown after touchdown, becoming Bryce Young's favorite target in the red zone, in the red area. And just not knowing when Bill O'Brien could call a play for Latham at any given moment, I think that's going to throw Miami off guard, because once again, your focus is on Mechie, Jameson Williams, Jaleel Billingsley, so many other guys that a play could be called, a situation could be dialed up for Cameron Latham. He gets open in the holes of the zone. He beats a guy one-on-one down the field. You get the ball on that 6'5" big body that's got speed. He could be off to the races as well. So those are just some wild cards here for Alabama offensively to keep your eye on.